The time is now 6:30 a.m. on this December the 28th. Thank you so much for continuing to stay with us. I'm Wanye Reese. Now, I got to share with you, family, when I walked out the door this morning, I had on a hat, jacket. I was ready for the cold, but I was a little shooketh when I walked outside and saw that it was warm, Taylor.
Shooketh. Oh, that is so funny. Yeah, I was shook too. I'm not going to lie to you because I walked out and I was like, oh, it feels like summertime outside because it's so humid and warm. That's the story for today. Right now in Macon, 63 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Yeah, it's a warm one. The clouds are acting like a blanket, and that's why everybody in central Georgia is getting in on this warm action. 61 now in Warner Robin, 63 in Cochran, 64 down in Eastman and McRae, 68 there in Americus. It's very warm, and I will say the average high temperature is somewhere around the upper 50s and low 60s, so we're already beating that for this morning. We do have some areas of patchy fog, especially as we head towards Bleckley County, Houston County, Peach County, so make sure that if you're encountering any fog this morning, to take your time and use your low beams. For today, we could see a small sprinkle chance, but otherwise temperatures will be in the mid 70s under mostly cloudy skies. And then we really start to ramp up on rain chances as we head into tomorrow. I'll have all the timing on that coming up in a few minutes.
Well, thank you so much, Taylor. We start this half hour with the latest on COVID-19. You may not need to stay home as long if you get infected with the virus. Yesterday, the CDC announced updated guidance on how long you may need to isolate or quarantine. Here are the key notes that you should know. Research shows the virus is mostly infectious roughly 2 days before and 3 days after the symptoms develop. Second to know, the organization cut isolation restrictions from 10 days down to 5 days for people with COVID-19. At the end of the 5 days, if you have no symptoms, you can return to normal activities, but wear a mask at all times for the next 5 days. If you have symptoms at the end of the first 5 days, the CDC says to stay home until you feel better. This updated guidance comes as the country continues to battle the virus and sees high demand for tests. Yesterday, President Joe Biden met with his COVID-19 response team and a bipartisan group of governors. He repeated plans to give out 500 million rapid tests starting next month.
There is no federal solution. This gets solved at a state level. If you need something, say something. And we're going to have your back in any way we can.
The president denied a Vanity Fair report that his administration rejected a plan back in October to ramp up rapid tests ahead of the holidays. He said they would have gone harder and quicker on those tests had he known. As the demand for tests goes up, leaders here in Georgia want to make sure you don't let your guard down. Attorney General Chris Carr and Georgia Department of Public Health Commissioner Dr. Kathleen Toomey warn you to beware of potential scams. They say be skeptical of those going door to door, approaching you on the street, or driving around town offering COVID-19 testing. Also, they say be cautious if someone wants to charge you for an in-person test because it may be a scam. The state DPH has a full list of valid testing locations online. New from overnight, a 70-year-old man is now in critical condition after someone shot him while he was at home. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says it happened around 11:40 last night. Someone told deputies that the man was in his home on the 2800 block of Century Place when the shooting happened. Medics took him to a local hospital. Deputies are continuing to investigate what led up to the shooting. Right now at 6:33 a.m., Bibb deputies continue to look for answers in a shooting that left one man in critical condition. The Sheriff's Office says the 911 center got the call around 2:30 yesterday afternoon. Someone told deputies that 23-year-old Rashid Law drove himself to the Circle K at the intersection of College and Forsyth Streets. Right now, investigators don't know where he drove from. Medics took him to a local hospital. The Sheriff's Office continues to investigate the events surrounding that shooting. An East Dublin woman now faces a murder charge after the deadly shooting of her boyfriend on Christmas Day. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says law enforcement arrested 29-year-old Alyssa Wild, you see her right there, yesterday during a traffic stop in Tennessee. Investigators charged her with murder in connection to the death of her boyfriend, 38-year-old Charles Holmberg. The GBI says more charges could come. The organization says Dublin police requested their help after finding Holmberg shot and dead in his car. It was in the parking lot of the Super 8 Hotel on US 441. All right, you guys, let's talk about some news happening across the state. The search is on for a 6-year-old little girl from Forsyth County. Just take a close look at your screen. Just after 12:30 this morning, an Amber Alert went out for this child. I know you heard it. I know I definitely did. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children says the father of Rachel Zenica took her and her mom against their will. The center says the dad may be armed and the three could be in a black Ford Focus with a tag RVX 9470. If you have any information to help get this little girl home, you can call 911 or the Cumming Police Department. Today, friends and family will say their final goodbyes toward Roswell High School football player. 18-year-old quarterback Robbie Roper died last week following complications from a surgery. A visitation happened last night for the teen. The family says a celebration of life will happen this morning at the First Baptist Church on Woodstock starting at 11. Georgians won't be able to renew driver licenses or car registrations for 4 days starting later this week. The State Department of Driver Services computer system will go offline after offices closed on Thursday and won't be available until next Monday, January the 3rd. The DDS and county tax commissioners are encouraging people to act before Thursday if their licenses or registrations expire during the outage period. The department plans to upgrade its computer system in hopes of reducing costs and improving system performance. Well, we're just a couple weeks away from when legislators head to the Capitol for the start of the 2022 legislative session. Election reform, anti-discrimination laws, gambling, and public safety are some of the topics the State General Assembly may talk about. With another increase of COVID-19 cases in the state, healthcare also seems to be top of mind for several Central Georgia lawmakers. Democratic State Senator David Lucas says rural access to healthcare, telecare, and Medicaid expansion will likely be hot topics, while Republican State Senator John Kennedy and Representative Robert Dickey says access to mental health resources will be something getting a lot of attention.
We've got to fix our health care. Medicaid expansion is one of the ways to do it. It's been a policy of the majority party not to do it.
We don't have enough accessibility to mental health for our citizens and young people also across our state. So we got to incentivize accessibility to mental health services in our state.
Next year's legislative session is scheduled to start on January the 10th. Well, the time is now 6:37 a.m. Taylor, this literally just came to my mind because of the new year. But do you eat like the collard greens and do you do like the black eyed peas or Hoppin' John for the new year?
Traditionally I don't, but
Okay.
I've definitely heard of people doing that. I just eat collard greens year round. So.
Yeah, listen, exactly. It doesn't have to be a new year for me to eat some good greens. It does not matter. But I was just thinking about that because I'm making some collard greens this weekend for the new year.
Yeah,
so.
usually it brings in luck, right? For the new
Yeah,
year.
I believe the collard greens bring you money into the new year. And then for the Hoppin' John or the black eyed peas, I'm not sure about that one. So if somebody can tweet or message Taylor and I to let us know what the Hoppin' John is all about.
Well, I'm gonna have to eat some greens. I want some money.
Exactly. Exactly. Eat your greens.
But heading into the new year, we're gonna have a lot of changes in our weather. So let's stay with us and make sure that we get all the timing down for this. So right now in Dublin, temperatures are sitting in the 60s under overcast skies. So a very cloudy but muggy and warm start to the day. Again, high temperatures around this time of the year are usually in the 60s around this temperature. Right now we're sitting in the 60s for our lows. So a very, very warm start to what will be another warm day. Right now I'm making 63 degrees, 65 there in Atlanta, 64 in Vidalia, 71 as you head towards the Gulf Coast. So a warm day because of all the southerly flow is coming in the picture. And now we're seeing some showers coming in with that flow right there coming into Macon now. So yes, some rain activity is definitely possible for your Tuesday, but the big story is going to be a cold front that comes through as we head into Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and another one that comes as we head into the new year. So again, a sprinkle chance is possible. We could see a sprinkle right now this morning, but really more sprinkles are possible as we head into the afternoon. 75 degrees is the high temperature I'm forecasting for Macon and Warner Robins. Warm once again, about 10 to 15 degrees above average. The warm temperatures will only aid in the instability or the amount of energy the storms get as we head into the week. We're going to stay in the 70s. So a warm, muggy week with storms after storms after storms. So for Tuesday afternoon, still can see some of that rain already showing up on the radar, but still coming in as we head into the afternoon and Tuesday night. But Wednesday morning, we're going to dry out just a little bit before we start getting some more rounds of rain. Wednesday mid-morning into your lunchtime is when we're going to start needing that umbrella for real because we have some heavier downpours coming through central Georgia. That will still stay in the picture as you head to your work commute to home. So make sure that you are taking your time on the roads tomorrow. The rain is still in the forecast for Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning, that's when we really get that cold front starting to sink into the area. Now ahead of this cold front, we'll have a broken line of storms, but those storms could still produce an isolated severe threat, including gusty winds, heavy rain, possibly a brief tornado. It can't be ruled out. But the problem with this front is that it really stalls out somewhere in central Georgia. And what this means is that we're going to get rounds and rounds of rain as that front just sits there and doesn't move for a day or so. So for Wednesday night, we do have a severe weather outlook, just a low end threat, but still anywhere northwest in our viewing area could see damaging winds, a brief tornado, and heavy rainfall through Wednesday night. Now Thursday morning, that threat continues. We still can see damaging winds, frequent lightning, and heavy rain, but this really includes almost all of central Georgia in this outlook. So be weather aware as you head into the midweek, but continue that weather aware preparedness as we head into the new year, because the rain continues, but we have a gigantic cold front coming through as we head into Saturday morning into Saturday night. This cold front does bring another chance for severe weather as we head into Sunday morning. And the timing looks to be Sunday morning, somewhere early morning, bringing all of those rains and storms to central Georgia, but clearing out by Sunday night. Now we will dry out and see plenty of sunshine behind that cold front, but then again, temperatures do drop. So one last week of 70s to round out the new year with storms possible through Sunday. Then after that, as we head towards January 3rd, temperatures drop into the 50s for highs. We're back after the break.